Now let us see a problem in which major losses and minor losses are clubbed together. So all the losses are included in a single problem. So this is going to be very important problem. We used to call this problem as 8-meter problem. Okay, so let us see this problem, which will cover all the previous chapter that we have discussed. So here a horizontal pipeline 40-meter long, so this is the total length of the pipe, is connected to a water tank at one end. So one end of the pipe is connected to a water tank, and then discharges freely into the atmosphere at the other end. So one end of the pipe is connected to a tank, the other end of the pipe is open to atmosphere, which means the second pipe is having atmospheric pressure at its end. So for the first 25-meter of its length, so out of this 40-meter length, for the first 25-meter of its length of the pipe from the tank, the pipe is 150 mm diameter, and its diameter is suddenly enlarged to 300 mm for the rest length of the pipe. So out of 40-meter length, so 25-meter length is having a diameter of 150 meter. The remaining length, that is for 15-meter, the diameter is increased to 300 mm. So the height of water level in the tank is 8 meter above the center of the pipe. So this is the total head available in the tank. So consider all the losses. Consider all the losses of head which occurs. Determine the rate of flow. Take F equal to 0.01 for both the sections of the pipe. So it has been made easy that F is given, so we need not find Reynolds number. So F equal to 0.01 is given for all the sections of the pipe for calculating the loss of head due to friction. Now let us draw the quickly a diagram for this one. So this is the 40-meter length. So we have a pipe we have a pipe of length of 40-meter from this part to this part. So this L1 25-meter length is having 150 mm diameter. The rest 15-meter is having 300 mm diameter, that is 0.3 meter. So it is connected to a tank at one end, and it is open to atmosphere at the other end. Okay, now let us consider a section 1 at this point and section 2 at the enlarged section. So this is the problem diagram. So we have to include all the losses. So what are the losses we have? We have both major loss and minor losses. So in pipe 1, for the length of 25-meter, we will be having loss of head due to friction, and for this length of the pipe also we will be having loss of head due to friction, which is major losses. So what will be the minor losses? Minor losses is one is prominently visible here. It is due to sudden enlargement from 150 mm diameter to 300 mm diameter. So that is sudden enlargement. Apart from that, we have something called head loss due to inlet from the tank to the pipe 1 as inlet loss, and exit loss from the pipe 2 to the outlet, or from the pipe 2 to the atmosphere. So there is a exit loss here. So it is given as 0.5 V square by 2G as inlet loss, and V square by 2G as exit loss. So what are these velocities? We will discuss while solving the problem. So remember these two formulas as inlet and exit losses. Now applying Bernoulli's principle at section 1 and section 2, between section 1 and section 2. So where is section 1? Section 1 is here, before this one. So there is no pressure here, it is atmospheric pressure. So actually we have to consider the section 1 here. Section 1 is here, the line which is drawn here. So this is section 1. Okay, so it has been it is not this section 1, this line is section 1, and section 2 is at the exit. So we don't have any pressure here, but pressure is there, but it is atmospheric pressure, so you are taking it as 0. So P1 by rho g is 0. V1 square by 2g is also 0 because there is no velocity at section 1. So there is no velocity at this line, so V1 square by 2g is also 0. But we have height from the datum. So this is the datum, the center of the pipe is the datum. From that datum we have height of 8 meter. So height Z1 is 8. Now P2, P2 is at the exit. Okay, so that is also 0 because it is also atmospheric pressure. So as if both the end at the inlet at the and at the exit we have atmospheric pressure, so we are taking it as 0. So P2 as P2 by rho g equal to 0, because it is atmospheric pressure, so it is not P2 here, it is at the exit. So at this section it is section 2, at this point it is section 1. So pressure at 1 and 2 is atmosphere, as simple as that. Pressure at 1 and at 2 is atmospheric pressure, so it is getting cancelled. So we are not saying it as 0, it prevails but it is same, so it is 0. So P1 is 0 here, P2 is also 0 here. So P1 by rho g, V1 square by 2g plus Z1, P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. Z2 is here, so it is in the datum, so there is no height from the datum, so Z2 is 0, plus all the losses. So in previous problem we used to take Hc as head loss due to contraction, He as head loss due to enlargement, or Hf due to head loss due to friction. Now we have many losses here, like we say head loss due to friction at section 1, head loss due to friction at section 2 at this pipe, head loss due to entry, head loss due to exit, head loss due to certain enlargement. So we have many losses. Now let us say it is as all the losses. Okay, now this is 8 equal to 0 because it is atmospheric pressure. At the exit we will be having atmospheric pressure, so P2 will be 0 plus V2 square by 2g plus, now what are the losses? Hi is the inlet loss from the tank to the pipe 1. So here at this part Hi, then it has entered the pipe, so now major losses. So for this first part of the section we have the friction loss, so Hf1, so this is a loss of head due to friction, so Hf1 plus He. Now the water has entered here, now it is entering the bigger pipe, so smaller pipe to bigger pipe there is sudden enlargement, so we are writing it as He, that is head loss due to sudden enlargement. Then we have head loss due to friction at section 2, so this pipe, so for this pipe we have sudden head loss due to friction at pipe 2 plus H4, that is head loss at the exit. In most of the problem we used to neglect it, in some it is not a matter, if you include you will be having some small variation, if you exclude also that does not matter, it is very small value, it is very insignificant. In this problem, as per your as per the book we shall discuss, it has been excluded, so we shall not take it. If we take it also, no problem, no issues. So 8 is known to as V2. V2 is the velocity at section 2, okay, at this section, so V2 square by 2g. So these parameters are not known, so what are these parameters? Hi is loss of head at the entrance, so 0.5 V square by 2g, as we have here you can see Hi equal to 0.5 into V square by 2g. Now what is this V? Hi equal to 0.5 V1 square by 2g, because it is entering the pipe 1. Now remember, V1 is the velocity at pipe 1. See, we have two things here, one is section 1 and section 2, another thing is pipe 1 and pipe 2. Section 1 and 2 is clear, section 1 is here in this line, section 2 is here. And what are these pipe 1? Pipe 1 is having diameter of 0.15 meter, length of 25 meter, and this length and diameter for pipe 2. Velocity V1 is the velocity at pipe 1, V2 is velocity at pipe 2. Now Hi is loss of head due to entrance, which is 0.5 V1 square by 2g. This V1 is nothing but velocity of the water at pipe 1, because it is entering that pipe only. It is entering pipe 1 only, so it is V1 square by 2g. So Hf1 equal to 4FLV square by 2GD. So we have two different pipes, so we are naming it as 4FL1 V1 square by D1 into 2G. Of course we can say 4F1 but f is same for both the sections, so f1 will be equal to f2. So we are writing f4f as it is. Then hi is over, hf1 is over. Now he is loss due to enlargement, which is v1 minus v2 whole square by 2g between these two pipes. Then friction in pipe 2, 4f L2 v2 square by d2 into 2g. So these are the equations. Now if you could see, we have v2 square here, v1 square, v1 square, v1, v2 square, v2 square. But either v1 or v2 we don't know. Neither v1 is known nor v2 is known. So we have to substitute v1 in terms of v2 or vice versa, v2 in terms of v1. So we have continued equation for that. a1 v1 equal to a2 v2, v1 in terms of v2, a2 v2 by a1 pi by 4 d2 square by into v2 pi by 4 d1 square, pi by 4 getting cancelled. So v1 equal to d2 by d1 whole square into v2. So v1 is equal to 4v2. v1 is equal to 4v2. Now wherever we get v1, we have to substitute as 4v2, so that we could get uniform v2 square throughout the equation. Now let us take hi 0.5 v1 square by 2g. Now substitute v1 as 4v2. So 0.5 4v2 square by 2g. So it is 8v2 square by 2g. Take the second term. So now we are going to substitute v1 as 4v2 in all these four equations. Okay. So hf1 equal to 4f L1. 4 into f is 0.01, L1 is 25 meter, length of pipe 1. V1 equal to 4v2 by diameter of pipe 1 is 0.15, 2 into 9.81. So after substituting we are getting this value, okay, the final value. Similarly he is equal to v1 minus v2 square. So v1 equal to 4v2, 4v2 minus v2 is 3v2. So 3v2 whole square, 9v2 square by 2g. That is what is written here. Similarly hf2 equal to 2v2 square by 2g. So if you see all these equations, only v2 square, v2 square, v2 square is prevailing. Now substituting all these losses hi, hf1, he, hf2, which is given in this equation. So substituting all those values here. So now the equation will reduce as 8 equal to v2 square by 2g. What is this v2 square by 2g? This v2 square by 2g is already there in this equation. Apart from the losses, v2 square by 2g is prevailing. So that v2 square by 2g plus, so these are the four losses. So first 8 v2 square by 2g, adding this we have this value. Now if you see this one, v2 square by 2g is common in almost all the terms. So taking that v2 square by 2g out. So here we have taken v2 square by 2g. So 1 will be bringing here 1 plus 8 plus 106.67 plus 9 plus 2. So if you add all this, 126.67 v2 square by 2g. So now if you see this one, only v2 is unknown. Calculating v2 from this, so v2 equal to 1.113 meters per second. So all these stories is to calculate velocity at any section. So we have calculated the velocity at section 2. Now what is the question? Question is first to find out the discharge, determine the rate of flow. That is the question. So q equal to a1 v1 equal to a2 v2, but we don't know v1, we don't know v2. So that is why we have done all these stories. So we have got q equal to a2 v2 because v2 was found, so we have taken a2. So a2 v2, diameter at section 2 is 0.3, so pi by 4 0.3 square into 1.113, so we got 0.0786 meter cube per second or 78.6367 liters per second. So this is very important problem. Based on this problem, we are going to draw something called this hydraulic gradient line and total energy line. We will discuss in the next lecture.